Alright, Crust 150 update. So, she shed some weight. Old bed sitting over there. And currently have the old bed liner kind of covering the electrical, the evap unit, and the gas tank, just to try to keep some rain off it. We've been getting a lot of rain. Let's see if we can get this off one-handed. Ooh, don't trip over stuff. So, yeah, bed is off of it, and the frame, while looking kind of crusty, is actually in really good shape. So, some flaky surface rust. Kind of show you what it looks like. For the most part, this stuff's rubberized undercoating. The previous owner who had this truck took very good care of it. So for the most part, or for the entire part, I can't really find any issues. Already taken a hammer to the whole thing, frame wise, and actually that's how I've been getting a lot of the scale off, is just nice sharp tap with the hammer, and that gets kind of the big pieces of rust scale off. I haven't really done that side much. You can kind of see it on this cross member here. You can say it's mostly just the paint from the original frame or the undercoating. So no actual like rust damage, holes, or anything like that. The entire thing is really solid. So definitely thrilled with that, and we got to get a new bed for it now. So trying to source that out. Unfortunately, living here in the Rust Belt, clean beds go for a premium, so a lot of people want a lot of money for them, and I don't want to pay a lot of money, so I'm waiting until the right opportunity comes around to get a new bed. But taking a look here, I think some of my other videos, or especially if you're on my TikTok, you saw, like the rust holes right here, the very tail end of the bed, and you saw the rust in the bed itself. But this really goes to show you how foregone this thing was. I mean, hole right here, that opened up just from, it touching the ground. All of that's just destroyed. We got a giant hole there, holes there. That entire cross member, I mean, it's just gone. Parts of it are laying there. So this thing was toast, and I mean, it's not even salvageable. I questioned if it was just like the cross member and part of the bottom of the bed, maybe I just cut them out and weld in new pieces. They make repair kits for these, but with the sides like this, I mean, I am pretty sure that I could just pull this apart by hand by now. So the only thing that was a pain is, as foregone as this bed is, the bolts did not want to let go. So in here, I don't know if you can see it all that well, but these are like a solid core sleeve all the way through. So even though those cross members were rusting out, where the bolts went through, they're a solid sleeve, and that metal was still good. So even though I ground the heads of the bolts off to get this off, because you can see here, this is what the captured bolt or nut looks like that you slip into the frame rails. That was not moving at all, and that's what it looks like after I ground the head off of it. And so yeah, even with the heads ground off, because the majority of the bolt was there, and they were all still captured with those clips, it didn't want to come out. The rear ones weren't too bad, but the front two up there, those sleeves were just holding it on. We couldn't get it past the cab of the bed, or cab of the truck, because the bed kind of goes in and around and sits up in here, and you can see this little divot. So it was getting stuck right there because we couldn't lift it up far enough before we tried to tilt it back. So, not the worst thing in the world. Just had to go in and cut the bolts with a Sawzall. Luckily, my brother-in-law came and helped me with this, and he's younger and in way better shape. So, he got to stand there with the dull Sawzall blade and do the work. And bless his heart. So, just wanted to give that quick update here on Crust 150. Next job here while I shop around for a bed is just taking a wire wheel to this, getting all the crusty chunks off that I can. This part right here, I've already done a pretty good job. It's just flash rusted right there, so that's all just surface. That'll come right off with a wire wheel, and then paint or prep and paint. So the whole frame here from the cab back is going to get sanded down and painted with essentially it's like Pour 15, but it's Rust-Oleum instead. So similar. I got to use it a little more work with the Rust-Oleum, but it's a lot cheaper. So doing everything I can as budget friendly as I can, just as the proof that you can do it. You can keep these things running. So 281,000 miles, and with a new bed and a good frame, probably double that, or if not more. So we'll keep doing updates here as I go along. I'll probably try to film me doing some of that prep and paint on the bed here, or the frame I mean, and I hope to see y'all tune in for that. Alright, well thanks, and have a good one.